The movie Pariyerum Perumal begins with Karpi, the dog, being taken to the railway tracks. The dog doesn't make a fuss, it doesn't resist, and she's not threatened by the men who are taking her. Karpi, the beloved pet of our protagonist, who is from a lower caste, is tied to the railway tracks. In the next scene, we see Pariyan screaming and running towards Karpi, asking her to run, and to others to let her go. There is a train coming fast. We then see scattered Karpi all along the track, with Pariyan wailing hysterically. In an interview later, Mari Selvaraj explained why he kept this particular scene at the beginning of the movie. He said that the death of an innocent affects us in a much deeper way. Had it been a human, people would have had different opinions, but what did a dog do? The dog trusted the people who took her. She didn't know she was going to be killed, and she definitely did not know why she was killed. Karpi, just like thousands of others, is a victim of caste violence. This is how Mari Selvaraj establishes the caste atrocities and sets the stage for our protagonist's quest. This was Mari Selvaraj's first film, and this film took Tamil cinema by a storm. Pariyerum Perumal was both a critical and a commercial hit. The Tamil cinema fans embraced and welcomed their new revolutionary filmmaker. Mari Selvaraj's latest movie Maamannan is going to hit the theatres soon. Mari Selvaraj wrote his titular character based on Isaki from Kamal Hassan's blockbuster Thevar Magan. Comedian Vadivelu, who played the character Isaki in Thevar Magan, plays the lead character in Maamannan. This Isaki character is a loyal servant and a friend of Shakti, the character played by Kamal Hassan in the movie Thevar Magan. Mari Selvaraj comes from a village near Tirunelveli. As a cinema lover, Mari wanted to become a director. For 11 years, he worked as an assistant director to acclaimed filmmaker Ram, spending hours watching movies stacked in Ram's collection. Inspired by Chidambara Ninevugal of Balachandra's Chullikadu, Mari decided to write about his life's journey called Marakkave Ninaikiren in a popular Tamil weekly, Ananda Vigadan. This is how director Ranjith discovered him and even produced Pariyerum Perumal. Celebrated filmmaker, writer and producer Ranjit has made Dalit cinema a whole new genre for Tamil audience. And while Ranjit created a new space for Dalit cinema, Mari Selvaraj took it a step further, becoming a beacon for the new era in Tamil cinema. Mari Selvaraj weaves his politics carefully and meticulously into his stories, while sprinkling a lot of interesting and memorable characters throughout the screen. Mari Selvaraj introduced a villain who is 60 plus years old. He wouldn't carry weapons or would even walk with a gang, but every frame he is in would terrify us. He will be the walking, talking personification of caste aggression. When education is portrayed as the way out of oppression, the amount of casteism in the education institution itself is something Mari Selvaraj portrayed in his first movie, unflinchingly direct. Mari Selvaraj explains how caste violence is not just about blatant violence against the oppressed, but the systematic way of belittling, insulting and shaming the oppressed. Be it removing the dhoti of Pariyan's father in front of his entire college, or assaulting and urinating on Pariyan for attending a wedding of an upper caste family. Mari ensured that his protagonist Pariyan, who wanted to become a lawyer, would not resort to violence or kill anyone. But the audience watching the movie wanted to pick up a knife to protect Pariyan. However, Mari Selvaraj's Karnan, his second movie, was soaked and drenched in violence, with Dhanush playing the lead angry young man character. Based on an actual event, a police witch hunt in Kodiyankulam Dalit village in Thoothukudi in 1995, Karnan had much more than a rebellious story. Taking a commercial route in this movie, he picked up a seemingly simple story of a small village, an oppressed community that does not have a bus facility for them to move about. Mari Selvaraj's narrative, however, packs the perspective that the lack of a bus transportation traps the people right where they are, keeping them oppressed right next to the village of the dominant caste. He explains how their struggle to get a bus to stop is much more than a management problem. Mari Selvaraj chose to name his lead character Karnan in the movie for obvious reasons, but what struck more was what he named the other characters in the movie: Yamaraja or Yama, Draupadi and Karnan or Karna. These figures proudly adopt the names that the Mahabharata epic reserves for deities and members of upper castes. Their oppressors feel they have no right to make such claims, which is why their disobedience infuriates them. Mari de-Sanskritized the age-old narrative of Mahabharata and put a dark-skinned, lean protagonist with no armor like the Mahabharata's Karnan is born with. Mari's Karnan comes riding a horse, wielding his sword under burning rage. The headless Buddha statue, Karnan's sword, riding elephants and horses, and many other historical symbolic elements are scattered throughout the movie, ensuring where his movie politically stands. Mari's third movie is turning heads, and more recently, for his controversial speech during the audio launch of his new movie. As we mentioned earlier, Mari Selvaraj wrote his lead character for his new movie Maamannan based on the character Isaki from Kamal Hassan's blockbuster movie Magan. But it wasn't this that got him into trouble. He said that Maamannan was a result of the distress he felt after the release of the movie Magan. Magan is Kamal's magnum opus, a commercially celebrated movie, was critically lauded for the most part but was also lambasted for having enabled a dominant caste in Tamil Nadu, particularly in the Madurai district. This movie was criticized for encouraging a particular community to gloat and flaunt, creating a generational impact, which Mari mentioned that he was a victim of. Maamannan is going to be in theatres soon, and we'll have to wait and see what politics Mari Selvaraj has delved into.